Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So friends, today in this video I'm gonna share you the important or first shift coding questions that is of 31st March 2025. So in the previous video I have uploaded the 31st March second shift coding question. Now many of the students was commenting that please upload the first shift coding question. So in this video I will share the coding question that was asked in the TCS yesterday exam. So before that friends, if you are new here to my channel, make sure to support and subscribe us so that you will not miss any update related to TCS NQT exam. So let me directly move to the question that was asked yesterday in the first shift. So question क्या था? पहला question, that is the write a program that read a string input from the user and remove all consecutive duplicate character. Means simply you have to take a string and you have to remove the duplicate character while maintaining the original order of distinct character. So I think this is a simple question. So दो question था, दोनों मेरे अकॉर्डिंग सिंपल ही क्वेश्चन था. मीन्स इफ यू हैव a pretty much hands-on experience on coding, then you can easily solve. Okay, so what are the question that you have given string, you have to just print the unique string, you can say. Okay, and you have to basically just remove the consecutive duplicate character. Consider the example input, that is the 2 2 3 3 3 4 5 6 6 7 7. So you have to just output it 2 3 4 5 6 7. So ये आपका क्वेश्चन था. Okay, age case I can't properly recall because candidates couldn't recall the age case, but this was the complete gist of the question. Okay, remember, if you are the candidates who have participated in the first shift, must comment here that what was the age case and other things, so that other student will be benefited from it. So coming to the solution, so in this video I will give you the C++ solution. If you want particular Python or Java solution, I will provide a complete question solution link in the in the description. So just download it, copy the answer or copy the question, paste into ChatGPT, or just try to understand the logic and convert into your own language, either Python, Java, or whatever language you are comfortable with. But just try to understand the logic, that what logic you have to apply, because once you have a clear cut idea about the logic, then you can clearly solve the question. Okay, so it is quite easy. So let me come to the solution. So remove consecutive duplicate. So first of all I am included the library. Then you have to take the input a string. यहाँ पर एक कन्फर्म कुछ बता दिया, क्योंकि कुछ यूजर बोल रहे थे कि इनपुट हम लोग को स्ट्रिंग में लेना था, वापस उसको नंबर में कन्वर्ट करना था, फिर उसको मीन्स करना था और वापस फिर आपको स्ट्रिंग में आउटपुट देना था. तो अगर क्या ऐसा था या नहीं था आप कमेंट करें, बट जहाँ तक मुझे कैंडिडेट्स में था कि डायरेक्ट आपको स्ट्रिंग में इनपुट लेना था. सो जस्ट बाय यूजिंग स्ट्रिंग यू कैन टेक द input, that is C in user input. String modified string equal to remove consecutive, means I am calling the function remove consecutive duplicates, passing the user input, and after that I am just putting see out the modified string. Coming to the logic that how I am removing the consecutive duplicates, so just you can go to the brute force approach. So what is the approach I am applying? First base case, that if input dot empty, means if it is empty then you have to just return it. So this is the edge case you have to handle. Next I am declaring a temporary variable, that is string result. So first append the first character, that is result plus input 0, means add the first character, because you have to check the duplicate character na, means you have to remove the duplicate character na, that's why I am appending the first character. Now start from the I equal to 1 to I less than input dot length, means you have to basically traverse to whole string and you have to check whether previous string or previous character in the string is equal to or not. If it is equal, if it is not equal, then you have to just add it to your answer. Okay, so if input I not equal to input I minus 1, means if that particular character has not been repeated, then you have to add into the result. Okay, so this is a simple code you have to do. Okay, so I think now your doubt is clear what were the questions and how to solve. Remember, there might be some more edge cases. So if you have candidates, you have sit on the 31st March first shift, then you can comment here what were the edge case you have to handle. But this was the gist of complete question. So this was quite easy and famous question you can solve. So friends, this is the dry run for the question one, where we have to remove the consecutive duplicate. So suppose I am entering the string, that is the 1 2 2 3 4 4, sorry, I have 1 2 2 3 4 4 7 7. Then as you will run it, then you will get the string as 1247, means I have removed all the duplicate. So this is the dry run for question number 1. Coming to the second question that was being asked, it was little bit tricky question and most logical question in compared to the question number 1. So what was the question? Again, this is also kind of famous question, that you are given an array of integer target sum h. Your task is to determine whether any subset of the given number can sum up to h. Means you have to basically just find that whether there is a two subset, by adding that you can get a that particular target sum or not. Means sum of k term, you can say question type था, ठीक है. So if a valid subset exists, print yes, otherwise print no. There was some particular constant, but constant was not much more matter. But main thing here that many of the students were commenting that I have applied the recursion, or means I have just applied the brute force. Someone able to pass, but someone say that we are getting TLE. So I will tell you both approach. First is the recursive approach, then second by using the DP. Okay. So example run आपको जैसे मैं बताता हूँ कि enter the number of elements in time slots. So suppose I have entered 4. Enter the elements. So you have entered the element 3, 5, 7, 2. Enter the target sum, that is h equal to 10. So you know by adding 7 plus 3 you can get the target sum as 10. So you have to just print yes. Okay, means output will be yes, that is 3, 7 sum to 10. Suppose they have given that you have to find two element or two subsets such that sum equal to 59. So you can't get 59, so you have to print no. So these are quite easy and famous questions. So coming to the approach, what is the approach you have to apply? First of all, I am telling you the recursive approach, and after that I will tell you how to do by using dynamic programming. So सबसे पहले मैंने include किया string, vector, then using namespace standard. Now first of all you have to take the input, that is int n target. You know friends, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट बोलते थे कि यहाँ पर मीन्स सबसे पहले आपको टारगेट लेना था, या कोई लोग करते टारगेट बाद में लेना था, तो वो ज़्यादा मैटर नहीं करता, बट टारगेट आपको लेना था. ठीक है, अभी मैंने फिर से करता हूँ, क्वेश्चन में आपको डायरेक्ट नहीं बोला गया कि हाँ यू हैव टू टेक द सबसेट सम एंड यू हैव टू प्रिंट. क्वेश्चन आपका थोड़ा लेंदी जानबूझकर किया जाता है, मीन्स टीचर्स करते हैं ताकि यू विल बिकम कंफ्यूज, बट क्वेश्चन का जिस्ट यही था. यू हैव टू फाइंड द वैलिड सबसेट वेदर इट एग्जिस्ट और नॉट. इफ इट एग्जिस्ट देन प्रिंट yes to the console, otherwise print no. Okay, so just you have to understand the logic or what exactly question is asking. Otherwise question was quite easy in this shift it compared to the second shift, क्योंकि आपको पता है सेकंड शिफ्ट में आपको ग्राफ से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन था, that was quite medium to hard level question. Okay, so first of all I am taking the input, enter the number of elements c in n, vector int num means I am taking the array and I am taking the input, that is for int num to num c in num. Okay, you can write this in the next line to c in num. So I am taking the input. Now we have to basically input the target sum. Okay, remember ये मैं आपके सुविधा के लिए दिया हूँ कि that c out enter target sum, but there you have to just take the input. Don't need to print anything in the console that give the target sum, other things. Just you have to take the input directly. c in target. Now I am calling the function, that is the subset sum nums, passing the array n minus 1 means I am moving, means I am doing you can say top down approach. Okay, means n minus 1 then target. If you are getting the subset sum then you have to print yes, otherwise no. Or you can use directly the logic that if else, means if you can use the logic this side, the if subset sum nums n minus 1 comma target, then you can directly print it. Okay, that c out yes, otherwise else c out no. Okay, so you can use direct or you can use in this way. Okay, so according to the means question, what the question they demand, you have to do it. Okay, answer. So for the sake just I am commenting it. Now let us come to the questions. Function subset sum. So this is the function where it check whether this subset exists or not. So I am declaring the return type as bool, subset sum const vector int ampersand nums, means I am taking the input, then I am taking the index, means starting from the n minus 1 or index minus 1. Okay, this is the I have taken that n minus 1, and then I am taking the target. So first, what is the base case, that if you have reached the target then it will return true. Means if target equal to 0, it means what? You have returned to last element, and so it will return true. Okay, then again other base case, that if index less than 0, then you know if index is going out of boundary then it will return false, because if no element are left to check then it means that you are not getting the target sum. Now if current element is less than or equal to target, means if the current element is less than or equal to target, then you have to include that into your solution, or you have to basically just reduce that from the target, means you have to reduce that particular element to the target. Okay, so if nums of index less than equal to target and subset sum nums index minus 1 target minus nums of index, then it will return true. Otherwise you will exclude the element. मीन्स आपको बस यहाँ दो केस देखना है, either include it और exclude it. ओके, मैं फिर से बताता हूँ, ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने का बहुत सारा तरीका हो सकता है, तो जो भी आपको कंफर्टेबल लग रहा है वो आप कर सकते हैं. आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू वन अप्रोच, यू कैन use as many approach you know or you can do. Okay, so main thing is just you have to break the logic. If you able to break the logic, then you can easily solve. So if means if you have to exclude the current element and check for the remaining element. Okay, means if target is less than if current element sum is less than target, then you have to include it in to your solution and you have to reduce the value of the target. Otherwise you can check for the other elements. So this is the recursive approach. This is the basic recursion. If you are able to solve, you can easily get the answer. Okay, so this is the complete solution, but some of the students are saying that recursive approach doesn't work, so it may give TLE. So you can optimize this code by using the DP, where you will use the prefix sum kind of things, means backtracking you have to use. So क्या इसमें approach इसका क्या है? पहला approach है कि that you have to take the input, I mean T as an input representing the number of elements in the array. Then it will read T integers into the vector time slot, means you have to take the input in time slots because they have said that you have to take this time slot. Then it will read the target sum as H or target sum T या जो आप लें. Then I will use the solve function, which will use dynamic programming to determine if subset sum exists. So if it subset sum exists, then you will print true, otherwise no. Okay, means yes or no आपको print करना है. So I have included the library iostream vector using namespace standard, taking the input that in TH into the number of elements in time slot. So CT, there are total n number of elements, then you have to take the time slots input. So for int I equal to 0 to I less than C int time slot I, means you have to take the input into the array and just you have to call the solve function. Okay, so enter the target sum H and then calling the solve function time slot H. So if you able to solve it, means if you are getting the subset sum as target, then you have to see out yes, otherwise you have to print no to the console. So now this is just basic approach backtracking, but that I am creating a DP array of size h plus 1 initializing with false. Okay, now dp 0 equal to true, because this will be our base case. If you are returning to, or means if you are going to, or if you are taking the sum as 0, then it means what? It is possible to make the subset, or it is possible to get the target by using the two subset sum. Okay, so if you return to base case, then you will return the true. Otherwise you have to just traverse to the loop that for int num in a, means you have to traverse to whole array, iterate over the number in the array, and for int j equal to h, j greater than equal to num j minus minus, and you have to traverse backward to prevent duplicate use. Okay, so if dp of j minus num, if dp of j minus num means what, जो भी आपका करंट एलिमेंट है, और आप कह सकते हैं जो करंट इंडेक्स है उसमें आप नम को अगर माइनस करने के बाद अगर वो एलिमेंट है, मीन्स आपका ये वेक्टर बूल एरे या डीपी एरे में अगर वो एलिमेंट है, देन यू हैव टू जस्ट चेक इट टू ट्रू, मीन्स मार्क इट ट्रू, बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग में फॉल्स था, देन आफ्टर दैट यू टू मार्क इट ट्रू एंड डू इट till the a, means till the element present in the array, and after that return it. Okay, so return if h can be achieved. अगर ये return करेगा, means अगर if you can achieve h, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So this is the basic dynamic programming approach. I think you are able to get it. Again saying friends, you can use your own approach, your own logic, but try to understand the questions, and try to understand the logic, that how to solve it. If you are able to crack the logic, then it is quite clear and easy to solve any questions, you know very well. Friends, here I am taking the input first, that how you have to take input. First you have to enter the number of elements. I am taking the number of elements as 4. Next you have to enter the elements. So elements are 3 5 7 2. So just I am taking the element are 3 5 7 2. Now you have to enter the target sum. So I am entering the target sum as 10. So clearly it is getting yes, means it is able to produce the sum whose target is 10, because 3 plus 7 equal to 10. Similarly again running it for the again same element, but I am taking the other, which is not possible. Enter the number of elements 4, enter the elements 4 5 9 2. I have taken. Now enter the target. Suppose my target is 85, so it is printing no, because it's not possible to get the sum as 85 by summing of the two elements. So that's why it is printing no. So I hope dry run is clear. So these were the complete questions of the 31st मार्च फर्स्ट शिफ्ट. सो मैंने सेकेंड शिफ्ट का भी क्वेश्चन अपलोड किया हूँ और प्रीवियस जो जितना दिन का 25, 20 ये सब का क्वेश्चन भी मैं अपने चैनल पे अपलोड कर चुका हूँ. सो इफ यू हैवंट वॉच दैट वीडियो यू कैन चेक आउट दैट विल बी रियली हेल्पफुल फॉर यू. एंड प्लीज फ्रेंड्स सपोर्ट एंड सब्सक्राइब अस बिकॉज यू नो आई एम continuously providing lots of important questions and other things. So please support us because your support is important for providing such important video. And if you still have any query and if you want to add something, then you can comment here. I feel very happy to help you. Till then, bye bye. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.